trial date set for July 26th. The landlord tried to enter on July 25th and was refused entry. We came to court, all of us ready to go forward, and because we were not permitted entry, the court adjourned this to today. The court ordered that the landlord enter on the 28th and the tenant provide a list of repairs. The landlord did enter, even though the power was out on the 28th, was able to fix the garbage disposal, came back on the 31st and the 1st to conduct the other repairs. A list was given on the 28th. It's landlord's position at this point, due to the refusal for entry, that any repairs that were so important are waived, and that the list that was provided on the 28th is relevant and has been completed. It's the landlord's position that has been completed, and we're seeking a judgment of possession for the full amount of rent.
But hold on a second. I just want to go back to when we were here on the 26th.
Sure. Yes.
You didn't permit them to enter the unit.
Right. They requested to be moved at that time, which was ignored, but they had already been in the unit in June to fix said issues, and they weren't properly prepared.
Okay. You can obfuscate, but listen, you didn't let them in.
Okay.
Right? So then I ordered you to let them in. You let them in. You were to give them a list of things that were to be done. So let's start there. Did those get completed?
Yes.
Okay. So what are we now fighting about?
The fact that the issue was there for 3.5 months since move-in, many issues. We tried to contact them via phone, no response. We tried to contact them via their portal, no response. They did come to attempt to fix the issues in June, but they weren't properly fixed according to the...
Why don't you move?
At this point, I'm just will do the year and then.
If it's set, why don't you just move?
I would prefer just to stay at this point, but the responsiveness of Harbor One West and all that is horrifying. They don't respond to you at all. And there's been plenty of opportunities to fix the issues, and they don't.
So what is now wrong with the unit?
As of currently now, nothing. But for 3.5 months, one of the bedrooms was soaking wet.
Did you pay the rent?
No.
Okay, look, here's the thing. There's how much over?
Your Honor, the total balance is $5,229. The tenant hasn't paid.
Since when? Sorry. Excuse me, hasn't paid since when?
Since April 17th. His move-in costs were paid, and then there's not been a payment since then.
And give me that figure again, I'm sorry.
Sure. It's $5,229.68. I did put a copy of the ledger for your...
Yes. So, sir, how much do you think you owe?
Mold, and there's a...
I didn't ask what. I'm just saying, how much do you think you owe?
For until right now, nothing.
Seriously, you think you get 100% abatement?
Okay.
That's not going to happen.
No lessee or licensee shall be obligated to pay rent for any time periods that the lessor or licensee is in violation of this section, which is section 58-122.
58-122 of what?
The premises and all common areas are
what?
Of the municipal code of the city, I guess. What I was given by legal services to reference today.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. To keep the premises in reasonable repair during the term of the lease or license, and to comply with...
Did you read the rest of that? Did you read the rest of that section?
Yes, I did.
You read the whole 58, the whole section?
No, I just read...
Did you refer to the other sections that refers to regarding a certificate of occupancy?
No.
Didn't think you did.
They weren't in compliance for over a month. I mean, I guess I don't understand.
No, I can tell.
Okay.
You gave me one section of a statute or an ordinance.
Okay.
Give me the other sections.
I don't have the other sections, Your Honor.
I didn't think so. Why don't you have the other section?
I wasn't provided them. I was speaking to legal services about this matter over and over again, and they provided me the situations where the
You want to go call them now, see if you can get the other sections? Because you're just quoting half stuff to me. You want to?
No, Your Honor.
So we can get rid of that. Okay. The COC on this building was issued when?
West was the earliest.
I know.
It was,
That had to be in February.
I believe it was in February, right? It was long before the defendant took possession of the unit.
So do you understand why what you just read doesn't apply for you?
Yes, because I have certain. Yes. I just don't understand why, if there's mold that's making me sick, that I've had to go to the doctor.
Do you have medical?
Yes.
Is it medical? Well, okay. My goodness. Look, you can't give me hearsay statements.
These are medical documents from the office visit for this mold issue, which I've emailed to.
They're hearsay.
Okay. Okay.
Your Honor, if a tenant has severe repair issues, which he claims, and mold issues, and then he refuses to let the landlord in, it just doesn't make any sense. And I mean, he's indicated that has been fixed. He had a city violation that was dismissed when I mean, I'm not sure what we're even arguing about. We would be more than happy to let this defendant vacate the premises and let him out of his lease.
If the previous payment, the escrow and the initial rent is given back to the court.
Well, we would have to request like that because he moved in and hasn't paid us.
How many times are you not given access to the premises based upon the repairs? Yeah.
I believe one.
Sir, that's part of the problem here. And you're going to be going out of the world backwards on this because you can't say I have repair issues. Can't say they won't respond and then deny them access.
But that was the most recent time. I did not deny them access when they came back in June to fix the issue from the complaint to the city. They came to, they obviously came, said they fixed the issues and they didn't fix the issues.
Your Honor, not to litigate this right now, but we were notified, we thought we fixed the issues. And then the next time when we went back, when we're told that we hadn't, even though the city didn't think there was an issue, we still went back pursuant to having trial the next day and were refused. So this has not been anymore.
It was for...
What do you want?
At this point, I would feel comfortable paying rent from the point now, or at least Monday, Tuesday.
You can't do that.
Okay.
I mean,
I don't.
You denied them access. A tenant can't say there's a problem and then deny them access.
When we said, when we had the issue the first time, we did not deny access. They came, they made their repairs, but they did not actually repair the issues. 2 days later, the city inspector came back and found them in failure to comply. I have that report.
Which, just for the record, the landlord did not receive a copy of.
I don't think that's on me. That would be on the city.
You are simply amazing. Ms. Cunningham, anything you want to say? No, go ahead. So, were there points in time where either of you could not reside in the unit?
Yes.
Did you go someplace else? Pardon?
I made other arrangements, yeah.
Just you or
Just
both of you? Oh.
Initially, when he moved in, I was to come shortly thereafter, and then when I was helping him, I actually did tell him, and we have a witness, that I said it smells like mold in here and the floor's wet in the second bedroom.
Okay. Did you move in then, or what did you do?
I have issues when I go to his house. I can't go there. I have autoimmune issues.
And I have also...
I wasn't talking to you.
Okay, that's nice.
You know what, young man? I'm going to tell you one thing right now, and I'm going to tell you, you better check yourself. So I'm going to give you a minute to go out into the hallway. Otherwise, what's going to end up happening is you're going to be in contempt. I was talking to Ms. Cunningham. I wasn't addressing you. I don't know why you felt a necessity to interrupt her as she's addressing the court. So you might as well take yourself out of this courtroom right now. Right now. And when you feel like you can behave yourself, then you can come back in. It's Cunningham, you were saying.
No, I made other arrangements because I have autoimmune issues. The plan was, but because there were issues at the apartment, I couldn't move. Arrangements have been made.
So you stayed someplace else?
Yes, I plan on staying somewhere else as well.
Okay, are you currently staying someplace else? Are you paying rent elsewhere?
I am.
Okay. So you have another unit that you rented, or what? I mean,
No, I'm staying with family.
gotcha. So Cunningham, let me ask you this. If you have autoimmune issues, I get it, and that there's a place where you can't stay. Why would you want to be obligated to this lease? I guess. I mean, I'm just talking for you. I'm not. I mean.
I support Mr. Jenkins in the sense that I have people that I can stay with. I have other opportunities. It wasn't hard for me to find somewhere else to go. I don't know Mr. Jenkins' situation, which is why initially we entered into living together, because he did that and it worked. So I have options. I don't believe he does. So I guess it's one of those, it is what it is situations, for lack of a better term.
So I guess, Ms. Cunningham, do you want to be obligated on this lease?
I mean, ideally, no, but without sounding disrespectful, I would like my friend to live somewhere that's safe for him. And the fact that he doesn't have other options, I would hope that he could live there safely. I mean, I guess I would ask the court and everybody in the court, would you want your family living there?
Ma'am, I don't know. I'm just asking.
I'm just saying, no, I mean, I don't know. I don't have an answer to that. The answer is I support him. I have options. He does not. If this is the way that it has to be, then this is the way it has to be. But no, I would not, which is why I didn't.
Mr. Jenkins.
Yes, sir.
If I go through this whole trial, don't just find in plaintiff's favor, and you have to pay $5,000 plus in 10 days. Are you going to be able to do that?
I would not do that.
So, can in part we kind of really boil this down to what it is? Because the way that you're proceeding on this right now, you're going to lose. And I have to thank Ms. Cunningham, because Ms. Cunningham gave me great insight like this, because if they get the full amount of their judgment, you can't pay it. And then you're going to be out. And then the options that she talks about, regardless of the merits of the case, there aren't other options for you. Right?
Yes.
That's why you can't, when they say, just leave, we'll let you out. You can't do that, right? I mean, you could, but then you need the funds to be able to do something else.
I'm sorry.
Young man, can I just ask you a question?
Yes.
You've been before me, at least in person, 3 times. This is your 3rd time. Why do you just say that?
I don't know, Your Honor. I just don't understand how, when there are maintenance concerns like there were, we're given plenty of opportunity, and it's just like,
Okay, but
I don't get it.
Here's the thing. They're not all dismissed. Part of the issue is getting the maintenance issues corrected.
Right.
But the problem is you made one huge mistake when you didn't let them in. So you can't have maintenance issues. Landlord comes to fix them. Tenant says, not letting you in, and then says, oh, I'm going to complain about these maintenance issues. It can't work that way. And the other part of it is that I know you've been on the Zoom when I'm going through these cases. Part of the issue becomes, from my perspective, is how to keep people out. It really isn't about trying to kick people out. But one of the things that I think you should learn from that is, or should have picked up from that is, just give me the honest story. Okay, you can have repair issues, but the reality is, Your Honor, I can't go anywhere else. I might be struggling for this reason, that reason, whatever the reason, but here's where I am. And then try to figure out a way to make that work. Because otherwise, the problem is, you go through this whole thing, and then you got 10 days to do something. So if I told you had to put another $2,000 into escrow, could you do that today?
Today?
Could you do it in 2 weeks?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Did you talk to them? I mean, so here's the thing. You're telling me a condition exists, right? But now what makes the landlord not really have to negotiate regarding that is you didn't let him in. It's like with regard to most issues, the tenant doesn't report it. And the landlord, just by way of osmosis, is just supposed to know. It doesn't work that way. I'm not saying that's just the case. What I'm giving you examples of is, along with those repair issues, the tenants have obligations too. They have to notify the landlord. They have to make sure to provide access. They have to make sure to do all of those things, right?
And they weren't done until 2 weeks ago. I mean, I did all that. So that's where I'm just a little confused.
Yeah. Right. The section they give you, at some point, that unit passed a direct health and safety inspection. Now, if something happened between then and then, okay, then it's got to be dealt with.
Right.
But the landlord has to know, and then you have to provide access. And that's your big problem with this case. Even if, let's say, I believe everything that you tell me, you almost negate your own case. So let's think about the big picture. You want to stay, right?
For the remainder of the lease, yes.
Right now, if I had to make a finding, we'd probably get everything. So if we operate just for the moment on that assumption, okay? How do you propose getting to your goal of being able to stay?
By providing the rest of the rent if it was to go in their favor.
Okay, so maybe I should have inartfully asked the question. You want to stay the rest of the lease.
Right.
You're about 3,000 some change behind, right?
Yes, sir.
How do you propose making that up so that you can accomplish your goal of staying the rest of the lease?
The next pay period, I can put at least another $1,500 in. I'm not quite sure where the over 5,000 is coming from, since we did pay the.
Hold on. Did you have a ledger?
I do, Your Honor. I'll provide it.
Okay. So go ahead.
I'm sorry. So we paid like post-dated rent for April. So that until May 1st would be May, June, and July would have been legal fees. Got it. It's the legal fees and late fees that are the issues. Because the rent is the 10.50. And I see that now.
How would you get yourself out of this?
I guess.
Let me ask you this question. I give them a judgment for that full amount and tell you got to do something in 10 days. What do you do?
I wouldn't be able to do that, Your Honor.
Then what would happen?
I would have to be evicted.
And then where would you go?
I'd have to find other options, I guess.
They're not there right now, right?
Not currently. I mean, I would have to obviously start looking around, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So of this 3,000, how do you propose? How would you make that up? I mean, how do you see making this work for you to get to where you want to be, which is to remain there the rest of your life?
I mean, I get paid every 2 weeks. I can every 2 weeks put money to
Yourself in this position.
by withholding the rent and spending it while these issues were there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for your honesty, because I knew that's what happened. Okay. So, you know something, Mr. Jenkins? I've been doing this for a long time. I don't think you're a bad person. I don't. I think you were, every time you'd walk in, you were angry. You weren't sure how to get yourself out of this. And so you just kind of puffed up, and it wasn't going to get you anywhere. Isn't this a much better conversation to have?
Yes.
Sometimes in life, we just do stupid things. Well, I don't say stupid things, but we just do ill-advised things. Like supposed to be withholding our rent, and then we spend it on something else that happens, and the next thing you know, D-Day comes, I ain't got it. Right?
Yes, sir.
Happens. How old are you?
How am I?
Yeah.
36.
Okay. You got a lot more time to make a lot of stupid decisions, so don't worry about it. Okay? They're just going to happen. Is there any room with some of the late fees that you could maybe do? I realize that you don't have to, but he wants to stay. I think if nothing else out of this, he's learned something, and he can figure out a way to get this paid and caught up. Right now, in my estimation, is an opportune time to try to arrange to do that because we're at the beginning of the month and we don't have September clicking. So here's what I'm going to ask you to do. Go out, talk to the landlord, see what they're willing to do for you, and give them a proposal as to how you're going to get this paid off and caught up. Okay? All right. Why don't you go?
Clarify what is in escrow right now.
I have 1050 twice.
Okay.
Is that right? Is that what you?
21.
Yeah, about 21. Is that what you have? You didn't make a payment in August, so did you?
No.
I got 2 payments. One on. You're not finding any? No. I got
777.
Thank you.
Probably why.
Process you.
They should have 2 payments.
2100.
Yes, 2 payments at 1050. That's okay. All right. And ma'am, go out and talk to them. All right. See what you can work out. Remember your end goal.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks.
In this tense courtroom exchange, a landlord-tenant dispute quickly unravels as the judge cuts through conflicting claims and focuses on one critical mistake. The tenant repeatedly complained about serious repair issues, including mold, yet denied the landlord access to fix them, ultimately weakening his entire case. As the unpaid rent climbs past $5,000, the judge makes it clear that withholding rent without proper legal grounds and then spending it has serious consequences, leaving the tenant on the brink of eviction with no backup plan. The atmosphere shifts when the tenant finally admits the truth, prompting a rare moment of understanding from the judge, who acknowledges the poor decision but urges a practical solution. Instead of immediate judgment, the court pushes both sides toward negotiation, emphasizing accountability, communication, and the harsh reality that in legal disputes like this, one wrong move can cost everything.